What's up, traders? So today we're going to look at two different stocks that are under $50 that could be amazing buys as we speak. And then towards the video, I'll even give you a bonus stock. And then lastly, we'll look at two very important dates for the stock market that are sure to move it big in either direction. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader, and I've been blessed to bring in full-time income from the stock market since 2021. But before we begin, do me a huge favor, go ahead and hit that like button. Why? Because it's absolutely free. And two, it helps push the video out to more people. And do remember that this is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any equities or options contracts. All trading comes with risk. Now, as always, I will start with a word from God that has to do with money, investing, or business. And today's word comes from Proverbs 21:20. And it says, "There is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up." And this is simply saying that wise people will save up their resources and prepare for the things that they want in the future right here, right now. However, a foolish man will use up all his resources, let's say, for example, their paycheck, as soon as they get it on things that will not matter to them in the future. All right, so shout out to Proverbs for the amazing word. And speaking of people who are using their resources wisely, I have to shout out members of the Trader Freedom community. And first up, we have Steven. He says, "Had my first losing week, ever. Still up for the month and living to fight another day." Now, Steven was somebody who joined our community, I believe, back in April. So the fact that he just had his first losing week ever is kind of extraordinary within and of itself. However, if we look at this chart that he pulled up, we can see the week he's referring to, which was last week, was very minimal as far as losses. He lost $1,800. However, we can see that he is up $18,300 for the month, even with that loss factored in. And Steven is actually one of our members who has done over six figures in a month. So shout out to you, Steven. And then we have Oscar here. He says, "Little win to start the comeback." And we can see he's clearly winning on SoFi calls. So shout out to you, Oscar. And then Justin here, we can see he made $2,469 just in one day on November 24th. And then he came back the very next day and made $2,996 on November 25th. And Justin actually just started with us last month, and he is absolutely doing amazing. But if you are not in the Trader Freedom community and you've been thinking about joining, we are currently running a Black Friday special where you can get in on a pretty nice discount. This sale will be going on through Black Friday, so do take advantage of it. We would love for you to come trade to freedom with us. You'll be able to see my trades. You'll get access to the full course. You'll have access to ask me questions at any given time, and you'll be within a community of other traders who all have the exact same goal. All right, first link in the description. But with that, let's get down to business. Now, the market has been going up for most of this week, and there is a good reason why. That is because the chances of the Fed cutting rates during their December 9th and 10th meeting has increased greatly. It is now above an 80% chance that they actually cut rates. Now, here's a few dates that I want you to remember. So December 10th is because it is the FOMC meeting, so they will decide whether they are cutting rates or not. But again, there is a high likelihood as of right now that they do so. And of course, this day will typically move the market. However, what may be even more important is the data that we will get on December 16th. We will get the jobs report that will tell us about job data during the month of November. Now, the reason this is super important is because we just came from a lockdown for the US government. And because it was the longest shutdown ever, there was a lot of data that was missed out. And they've already announced that we will not get the October data. And so really the Fed is kind of making a decision blindly on the 10th because they're not getting the data that they actually need until the 16th. And since this will be the first jobs data that we get in a very long time, this will be a good indicator on whether the Fed will continue to cut rates after this December meeting. And so more than likely, this data release will move the markets either higher or lower. All right, so keep this December 16th date in mind. But with that, let's discuss the very first stock. The first stock I will be discussing is Lyft, ticker symbol LYFT. Now, I've been bullish on this stock for multiple reasons. However, there is some recent news that just came out not that long ago. And we can see this article says the bull case for Lyft could change following major partnership with Oakview Group venues. We can see it says here, Oakview Group and Lyft announced in early November a multi-year national partnership making Lyft the official rideshare partner for more than 75 OVG-managed venues, including arenas, theaters, and entertainment destinations, welcoming over 65 million fans annually. So this deal alone could potentially bring in hundreds of millions of dollars. All right, 65 million fans annually, which we all know many of them will use ride shares as they go to and from these events. Now, the thing about Lyft is they just recently became a profitable company. If we look here from December from the years 2020 up to 2024, we can see in 2020 they lost money, 2021 they lost money, and then 2022 and 2023. However, in 2024, they actually became a profitable company. And it looks as if, though, they have really turned that corner and they will continue to be a profitable company moving forward. Because if we look at their last few quarters, then we can see clearly this year they are remaining a profitable company as well. And they are in the midst of doing things that will increase their profit margins, like partnering with self-driving companies like Waymo. Because with Lyft, obviously, their biggest expense is paying their drivers, the people that drive you around. However, if they are able to reduce that using the AI technology, then their profit margins will explode. And so I really like this company fundamentally. And we can see here that their PE is currently 58, and it has been improving quarter after quarter after quarter. And once these new things get implemented by the company, that PE ratio is going to keep going lower. Now, as far as technicals, let's go ahead and look at the chart. Now, looking here, if we look at the Bollinger Bands, we can see that it clearly has a trading range of $18 to about $24 to $25. And right now, it's trading closer to the bottom of that range. As we can see, this $18 to $20 level has been a level of support since about September 15th. And it is currently holding strong. As we can see, it did bounce below it, but now it's moving right back up and is up 5% for the day. All right, so yesterday in the Trader Freedom community, we placed a trade to take advantage of it being near these support levels, and we are already up less than 24 hours later. And something that also backs up that trading range is if we look here at the gamma exposure, we can see that the largest negative gamma is currently right at that $18 mark. Like again, we said that the range is right now $18 to $24 to $25. And so if it were to reach this $18 level, it may likely be met with some support due to market makers needing to hedge their positions. So they may need to buy shares if it were to threaten this $18 level, in which if we look at the chart, it seems like that is exactly what has occurred. All right, so there's another data point that kind of backs up our thesis. Now, looking at analyst ratings, we can see about 2 to 3 months ago, analysts had it as a hold. However, about a month ago, which I'm assuming this was right after their earnings report because they had amazing earnings, the 41 analysts moved it up to a moderate buy. And so the mean targets are currently about $23 with a high target of 32 and a low target of 10. However, when looking at analyst targets, I'll typically revert to the mean. All right, so I like bullish strategies here. Let's go ahead and pull up our brokerage account so we can look at a potential trade if we were to enter into one today. All right, so here we are at the options chain, and I'm going to select the date maybe about 30 days out from now. So we'll do the day after Christmas. And we can see the expected move is currently plus or minus $2.25. And again, from looking at all the other data, we know that Lyft has some near-term support around that $18 to $20 level. So maybe I go right in the middle here and I select this $19 strike. That'll pay us anywhere between $51 to $59 over the next 30 days. All right, but you could adjust your strike within that $18 to $20 range based on how aggressive you want to be. Again, but if you're in the Trader Freedom community, congrats on the quick gains. And then the second stock is Celsius, ticker symbol CELH. Now, if you're not familiar with the company, I'm sure you've seen their energy drinks in your local grocery stores, but they have slowly become the third largest player in the energy drink market right after Red Bull and Monster. And they've been constantly growing over the years, so much so that Pepsi has taken a pretty large stake in the company. And so beyond their growing fundamentals, let's look at a few other reasons to be bullish on Celsius. Well, the first reason is they just had earnings not that long ago and they knocked it out the park again. As we can see here, Celsius Holding posts 173% revenue surge as Alani Nu integration accelerates. All right, so earlier this year, they closed on the acquisition of purchasing Alani Nu, which is another energy drink that typically appeals to the ladies, and it has been working out amazingly. All right, so it says Celsius Holdings posted adjusted EPS of 42 cents versus the 28 cents expected, and revenue of $725 million, driven by Alani Nu's $332 million in sales. Celsius expanded gross margins 530 basis points to 51.3% and generated $70.3 million in free cash flow, despite a GAAP net loss of $61 million. And we can see from this chart here how much the brands are growing. And so Celsius brand alone grew about 44% in this last quarter. However, Alani Nu's brand grew 332%. And so this was a very, very smart and strategic acquisition by Celsius, as that brand is clearly growing very rapidly. And something else that was just announced is Celsius is going to do a $300 million share buyback announcement. Now, typically companies will buy back their shares whenever they believe that their stock is undervalued. It's no different than us retail buyers. We would typically buy shares of a stock if we think that the stock is undervalued and we see some upward movement in the future. Well, that's no different from companies when they buy back their own shares. They believe that it is undervalued and that it should go higher from here. And obviously, because it's their company and they're the ones making the decisions on the future, when you see companies putting their money where their mouth is, that is typically a good sign. All right, so looking at their financials, we can see they are growing revenue pretty nicely over the last 5 years, and they did bring in less net income in 2024 than they did in 2023. However, with this acquisition, obviously it should increase nicely. Now we can see it's currently a $41 stock, $10 billion market cap, and a PE ratio of about 31. So not too bad at all. But looking at the chart here, we can see that it did gap down just earlier this month as investors kind of overreacted to their earnings, although they did amazingly well. And we can see that it kind of sold off over the last few weeks. And now it looks like it's trying to catch some support around that $37 level. But according to the Bollinger Bands, it says that it currently has a trading range of 30 to 62. Now, looking at analyst targets, we can see that analysts have it as a strong buy, and that's out of 21 different analysts. And the mean target is $66. And so there could be tremendous upside according to analysts, and they have it as a high target of 80. And this is what I really like, a low target of 50, which would be more than what it's trading for as we speak. And so Celsius could have amazing return potential if the analysts are correct on their assumptions. And so I think selling puts on Celsius would work out really good as we speak. And so those are two stocks that I really like right now that are under $50. However, the bonus stock is a little bit above $50, which is why I wanted to call it a bonus stock. But that one is Uber, ticker symbol UBER. Now, Uber is obviously the arch rival to our very first stock that we discussed, Lyft. But although the stock price is higher, the company is trading at an even better price fundamentally. As we can see over here, it is at a forward PE of just 15. And so it is trading very, very cheap compared to most other growing companies. Now, looking at this article here from Seeking Alpha, we can see there are a ton of different ways where Uber is growing fundamentally. We can see in the latest quarter, they had 33% adjusted EBITDA growth over the last year. And it seems like every single quarter, they are getting better and better and better. And that's exactly what you want to see from a company. You want it to kind of look like a staircase, just keeping better every single quarter and every single year. And so I love what I'm seeing from there. But we can see here that their deliveries are growing every single quarter. And this is going all the way back to the first quarter of 2023. And so constant and consistent growth from there. And one of the biggest growth factors for Uber will be advertising. Okay, so they have two different ways that they can advertise. They can advertise one within the actual vehicles. And so it would look something like this, where they would have a screen on the back. And then, of course, companies can pay to have their advertisements shown to all of the millions of Uber riders every single day. However, also, they can get paid from advertising by having ads run actually in the app. Now, out of these two advertising channels, I really like the first one better because typically you would only go to the Uber app if you really need it at that moment. And chances are, if you're not traveling, then you may not be using it depending on where you live. However, typically, if you are ordering an Uber, you're going to spend a lot more time in the Uber car than you would on the actual app. And so this could be a great opportunity for Uber, as they will be able to show several advertisements to you during the duration that you are inside of the vehicles. And of course, that is a much higher margin business than their core business as we speak. Now, Uber here has recently had a nice little sell-off, but it is now hitting a level of support. Now we can see right here, if I zoom out to a year, then we can see that this $80 level has been support all the way back to May. And so again, I really like selling puts right here at this level again, because if we also look at the gamma exposure, then this again backs up our thesis. Then we can see there's huge negative gamma exposure right at that $80 level. And so again, market makers may need to hedge their bets if the stock were to continue to drop near that level, which means they may need to buy shares, which could potentially boost it right back up. Now, looking at the analyst ratings, we can see that they have it as a strong buy, and that's out of 50 different analysts. And they have it as a mean target of 111, right? High target of 150, and then a low target of 82. So again, it is pretty close to what even the most bearish of analysts think that it's worth right now. And so I really like Uber from here. It's trading at a very nice price. But let me know down in the comments below if you like any of these three stocks, if you're trading any of them currently, or you plan on doing so in the future. And again, do remember to take advantage of the Black Friday sale, because once it's gone, it's gone. You can get the discount code by filling in your information by clicking the first link down in the description below. Come and trade to freedom with us. We will absolutely love to have you. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.